All right, welcome out, Pirate fans, to another episode of the Pirates Cove podcast. This is episode number 49. We're one away from the Big 5-0. Today, we're going to talk soccer. We're going to talk Rockport Fulton, Lady Pirate soccer, and we have a guest, and I'll introduce her here in just a minute, but I do have my crew minus one. Maybe he'll come in later, but I do have the coach, Steve Cantu. Coach, how you doing this evening?
Hey, I'm blessed, brother. Happy to be here.
And I've got the Z-Man, Johnny Zavala. Z-Man, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
And then with us tonight, we have Rockport Fulton Lady Pirates head soccer coach, Aerian Foret. I hope I said that right.
Foret.
It's
Coach,
Foret.
there you go.
Come on.
I'm trying.
It's all
Coach,
good.
how you doing this evening?
I'm good. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, Coach. And thank you for taking some time. You know, we like to get, as we start up, I know we're about maybe a month away from the actual first game, but I know this week we've got a couple of scrimmages lined up. So we wanted to bring you in and talk a little bit about the program. Our girls did really well last year. They were co-district champs. And then, of course, they went into the second round. A lot of talent on the squad. And I know you've got a lot of them coming back this year. I know this is your first year, but the expectation for these girls is they will be contending for another district title and hopefully a deep playoff run. So I'm going to throw it over to the Z-Man, Johnny Zavala. He's got a couple of questions for you, Coach.
Well, I want to get a little bit about your background, where you're coming from and stuff like that. So my first question is, what high school and college did you come from?
So I graduated from Clear Falls High School in 2017. And then I went and played college soccer in West Virginia at a D2 school, Glenville State College. And then my sophomore year of college, I decided to quit. I left. I broke my contract. And then I came home and I transferred to Texas State and I finished my bachelor's degree here. Texas.
Oh, okay. What got you into the sport of soccer?
Honestly, I've been playing since I was 2.5 years old. I've played my whole life. My dad was super big into it, and so he coached me all the way till I was 9, and then I went into select and I played until my freshman year of high school. So about 5, I played my freshman year and then I quit after my freshman year and then just stayed with high school ball. So
Nice. Oh, so what brought you to Rockport to coach over here?
Honestly, I was just applying to a lot of jobs and then I had another school reach out to me, but I looked up Rockport and I did my interview with Rockport and I sat on it and I was talking about it with my family and just figuring out should I move or what, just trying to figure it out. And then I just decided to come because it was a good soccer program and I was excited about being somewhere else. And I was still by the water because I'm from the water. So I didn't change really much in scenery. So I was just excited. So that's what really brought me here.
Oh, nice. We welcome you here.
Thank you.
So what expectations do we hear from this year's squad?
They're pretty high. I hold very high expectations just because of how they've been the few years, how it's been going with them as the season has kept going with the girls. Also, just because I've gotten most of the girls back, I think I have 10 returners coming back.
Ooh.
So that's a lot. It's almost a whole squad. And then I only lost 4 seniors last year. So I didn't lose that many people. So.
Sweet. So what do we know about our district? What teams are going to give us a little competition, or what do we expect, or what teams are going to shine out there that's going to give us a little run for the district title this year?
It's going to be Beeville. They got a new head coach as well this year. So it would definitely be Beeville. They lost more seniors than we did. So they lost a lot of people. But they'll be the ones that we compete with this year. So I think we got it though. I think we'll do it.
I like
We
that.
will get it. We will get it.
I
No
like
offense.
that.
I'm not gonna co-district this year. I'll tell you that much.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. But that's all I got today.
Mhm.
Thank
And you know, guys, I'll tell you this, because we talked to Coach Hill too, you know, because we're always in battle with Sinton, Coach, you know, in
Mhm.
football, volleyball. I mean, the last couple of years it's been Rockport and Sinton, always vying for that district title in any sport. But this year we had Coach Morgan on, and she said that BBO in basketball would be a team this year also that I think would give us some competition as we try
Yeah.
to basketball. And now we're hearing it in soccer. And so, man, it's going to be good. BBO's up there, Rockport's up there. We'll see when we battle.
Yeah.
Coach, I'll pass it over to you. I know you got Coach Steve. I know you got some questions for the coach.
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, Coach, welcome to the podcast. We're glad to have you on. Thank you for taking some time tonight. I know that you've had a hectic day at school and preparing for the season. I know how that coaching thing goes. It never stops. It's 24/7.
It is.
So I really appreciate your time and coming out. So first, I want to say, just kind of give you an introduction to what it is that we do. So last year, like Gabriel talked about, they decided to put together, something that's going to kind of shine some light on all of our athletes, boys and girls. And nobody was really doing that back then. And that's something that we felt strongly about, trying to get these girls and these boys as much publicity and shine as they can. I know I've seen the effects that it has, on the field. It's nice to bring them in and give them some recognition and let everybody else know and share in their successes. So I think it's a plus, and I'm really enjoying what we're doing. So I'm excited about our upcoming soccer season, and I'm excited to have you. I think that's awesome. I wasn't too familiar with your background. I think that's awesome. You bring in tons of energy from what I can see, and youth and enthusiasm. And I think that's something our program is gonna, it needs, and it kind of goes all the way around. And you look at our basketball coach, I'm saying she's young. You're a young coach, lots of energy, and ready to take on the world. So I think that's awesome. And that's definitely a plus. So yes. So Coach, seeing how this is your first year, and we talked about the team having some success last year. They were 25-6, first in district with a 10-1 record. Scoring 102 points, allowing 33. So the defensive, you guys got a real good defensive team. With that in mind, Coach, excuse me if this comes out the wrong way. Is there any, gosh, how do I put it? Is there any? Oh man, look, I'm stuck. This never happens to me. Is there any like worries about expectations or fulfilling those or living up to them, inheriting a program that has had some success? Is there any hesitancy or anything like that comes with that job?
I mean, I think there's always going to be a little bit, because you're living up to a program that's been successful before. And obviously, coming in and you being a first year head coach and all eyes are kind of on you just a little bit. I mean, we're ranked number 8 in the state of Texas right now, like going into preseason. They weren't ranked last year. Now they're ranked. So, I mean, there are high expectations. So, I mean, there's a little bit of worries just because I specifically booked their preseason pretty hard. Their preseason is pretty difficult. So the record might not look as great as it's going to finish, but I mean, that there is a reason behind it, just because their district is so weak. So I needed them to play teams that they can compete with to make them more successful, and to sit here and go through those like trials and tribulations of like what failing looks like, because they really haven't got to see that yet.
Well, I think that's great. And I mean, you can ask these guys right here on the podcast with us. We feel strongly about planning a preseason like that, and we think highly of it. Records be damned when it comes to getting your team prepared for the, regular season and on to the postseason. If you have postseason expectations, that's what you're planning. And a lot of parents and just your common fans don't realize that. They just see the numbers and like, oh, we're not having a great season. But I think that's real good job on your part in scheduling a tough preseason and stuff like that and scrimmages to get our girls prepared, because that's what it takes. You can't take wallflowers and then put them up there and say, oh, look how good we are. Well, you're not playing anybody. And that's something that we talk about in football. We cover football and we look at everybody's overall schedule. We do that. I mean, we're digging deep. Johnny over here, oh my gosh, that guy would dig so deep. So, I mean, I think that's awesome, and that's a great way to prepare for the season. Coach, what else do you do for Rockport High School? Is there something else another role that you're doing besides that? What is it else that you're doing?
I did help coach middle school volleyball as well. I did the 8th grade B team. And then I also teach here. I teach sophomores. I teach world history here. So. Okay. World history. Wow. Cool. That is awesome. Let's see what else I got here. I'm gonna bounce it over to Gabriel, and then if he don't ask the questions, that I'll come back. Okay.
Coach, talk about your roster. I don't know. I know you have your varsity, and I don't know if you have the JV. We only have a varsity and JV, correct?
Yes, sir. We only have
the rosters, the names of the varsity and JV. If you could just announce them to us so that we're familiar with.
Let me pull up JVs. I don't have JVs. Give me 1 second.
And then who's your assistant coaches?
My assistant is Coach Mitchell. Yes, he is a math teacher here. So.
Guys, do you know Coach Mitchell? I don't.
I do.
Yeah, he only coaches soccer, so that's his only sport.
Okay. Does he like to come on and interview?
Oh yeah, he'll definitely come on and interview.
Because we'll catch you guys after a game. We'll find you down on the field somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what we love to do. That's what Steve does. I hold the camera, Steve's up there talking, and then we upload him. So that's great. Okay. That's
he'll look like my dad, but yes, he will.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, well, and we always try to, when we do that, if we're going to interview, we always try to tell you in advance. Sometimes we don't, and we just, whatever we see in the game, whoever, we'll catch a coach and we'll ask after a game, can we get a short interview? Probably about 2 questions. And we like to do that throughout the season and get it up on our YouTube channel so people can get to know, what's going on. And then I don't know if you're aware, but we also live stream the games.
Oh, so awesome.
We have a page called the Pirates Cove on Facebook. And so when you're playing, we'll send you an email or a little message, hey, we're going to be there. Or you'll probably see it on our social media pages. We'll let the community know we're going to be out in Rockport, wherever you're going to be at. We'll live stream it. And then we go in about 15 minutes early. And I don't know how well we'll be able to commentate soccer. I know Steve did an awesome job in football.
What? Hey, bro, I commentate soccer, baby.
All right. It's good because, but we commentate a little bit, but we definitely live stream it for the people that can't make it, can come on and check it out as well. So you can check it on there. So, Coach, your roster, if you have it ready.
Yeah. Do you want me to do JV or varsity first? Which one?
Whichever one you want to go first.
All right. We'll do JV first. So, I have about 4 juniors on JV. The first one is Sigario Barcinas. The next one is Savannah Cassidy. The other one is Yahida Montez and Zaida Salzazar. Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully I said that last name right.
Yes,
I know. And then I have a lot of sophomores. I have about 6 sophomores on here. I have Jalen Castro, Alondra Gonzalez, Juliana Gonzalez, Lexani Ramirez, Amron Shorter, and Brooklyn Torres.
Okay.
And then as for freshmen, I have another six freshmen on here. Anna E. Karen. I have Sierra Hickey, Abigail Gonzalez, I have Abby Rodriguez, Amelia Taylor, and Lauren Yoakum.
We got quite a few girls going out for soccer then. That's pretty good. That's a lot of kids.
Yes, it is a lot of kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
I know a lot of those. I know a lot of those girls. A lot of great attitudes. And that's what you need to build a program, especially in the JV, right?
Yeah,
That's where you catch them. That's where you can catch them. So a lot of great girls and a lot of great attitudes on this team and good athletes. So you're looking good in the JV.
well, thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, they should have a pretty successful season too. They have they get to go to their first tournament ever, so that'll be
Wow.
exciting for them.
Where would that tournament be at, Coach?
It's going to be in Victoria, so, and it's January 14th and 15th. So this is their first ever tournament, I think, in ever to be at Rockport. So it'll be exciting for JV to go sit there and fight for a trophy. So
Yeah, that's cool.
they should do well.
Coach, you got any plans in hosting one yourselves?
We are
Really
hosting-
awesome. There you go.
I
Got to pull
recruited,
some strings, huh?
yeah, a little bit. I recruited some big schools. So we are hosting one January 6th through 8th. It's the
There you
first
go.
ever one to ever happen at Rockport. And the best part is we got Wimberley coming, so that'll be a good opponent. And
There
so
you
is
go.
Floresville. So Wimberley is ranked as well as number 3 in the state of Texas going in.
And Floresville, the team that unseated Rockport last year, is that right? No, that's Fredericksburg.
No, that was Fredericksburg.
Fredericksburg.
Fredericksburg is actually in the same district as Wimberley, though.
There you go. Well, you can measure yourself off of that. I think that's great. Good,
Yeah.
smart move.
So I was
Coach.
excited. Yes,
So
sir.
you're gonna have that tournament that Wimberley's coming, is January, what'd you say, 6th through the 8th?
Yes, sir.
Hey, guys, we gotta make plans to be there. That's gonna be a good one.
Oh, I'm there,
Yeah.
baby.
Wimberley's ranked what, number 3?
Yes, sir. They're ranked number 3.
Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. Can't wait to see
Yeah.
that. All right.
It's gonna be a good one. I planned it like that. I was excited when they said they would come. So he's excited.
There's a little history there between Rockport and Wimberley. Still little. Keep
Yeah,
building.
just a little bit. Yeah.
We're getting there, we're getting there. That's good. All right, Coach, and your varsity?
As for varsity, I have 6 seniors returning. The first one is Crystal Bueno. She's our starting goalkeeper. Next is Jordan Garza. She's going to be playing a new position this year. I'm actually playing her at left back for defense. And then I have Kaylee Skinner. She's a senior. She'll play forward. Madison Duvall plays left mid. And Ashley Wells will play center back. And my last one is KJ, Kaylin Whitten. Whenever she finally can return, she will be playing back at the forward position. And then as for juniors, I have about 7 juniors. The first one is Sophia Byram. She'll be my right back. And then next is Maylee Vinapa. She is going to be one of my attacking mids. Then we have Jessica Scheibe. She is a very universal player on the field. I could play her anywhere, but she'll mostly play either in the midfield or she'll be a forward. And then next is Alexandra De Leon, and she will be a forward as well. And then Susie Dawkins, she's in the midfield. She'll play either holding mid or attacking mid. And then Riley Parker, she is attacking mid as well. And then Cheyenne Martinez is my other center back. And then I have 4 sophomores. And the first one's Courtney Hollifield. She will be a defensive mid. Cameron Cruzan is my right mid. And then Angela Coronado will be either in the midfield or she'll be a forward. And then Avery Pena is my backup goalkeeper. And then I have 2 freshmen. The first one is Caitlin Garcia. She'll be my other center back. And then Ariana Valdez is either going to be in the midfield or she'll be a forward. So that's my roster.
I can tell you, you got some talented, you got some athletes there. And it seems like even next year, with those juniors coming back, and you're still
Yeah.
gonna have a lot of returning.
Ton of
girls.
juniors. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Coach, can I ask you, can I cut in? Can I ask you a question? The two freshmen, what is your thought process in bringing up freshmen? You know, you got a pretty experienced group of girls. Is that something that you see in these girls, these two freshmen? Is there some you know, something that you see, a diamond in the rough or something, or you just want to kind of carry them to get them closer to the action?
More of that, they're both really good soccer players. Ari, she has played most of her life. Caitlin stopped playing about 4 years ago. So they both love the game. They know it really well for the majority of it. So I think starting them at the varsity level is where they need to be, just so they can continue and grow. So then whenever they're seniors, they're just they
Monsters.
know everything. Yeah, they're gonna be monsters. So that's the plan, is to make them monsters. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, they came out to tryouts, they worked hard, they proved they deserved it. Even in the running aspect, there was a fitness test as well on tryouts. So, and they showed up. So, I mean, they deserved it. And so I think with them playing, they will, they're definitely going to get some playing time, and we're going to see who, basically these scrimmages is to see who's going to be in that starting 11 whenever season starts.
Wow. Okay.
They're earning their role.
I like that. Well, I tell you, Coach, I know both of these girls were freshmen, and it just kind of raised my eyebrow. I'm like, hey, now, Chucky, that's Ariana's
Yeah.
their little pet name. But Chucky's, she's awesome. She's an awesome kid, man, and you know, just constant motion, and she could do anything she sets her mind to. I know her mom, and she went out for softball and had never played, and said, hey, Coach Steve, you mind coming out? You know, Chucky's going to try out for softball. I'm like, really? I mean, I've been asking her to get involved in softball for years, and you know, this year you're going to ask and just throw it on her? Like, yeah. And man, I take her out there and I start hitting the balls, and nothing's hitting the ground. I'm like, man, this kid is something else. So, hey, great job. I'm excited for her. You know what I'm saying? I think that's great. And along with everybody else, Jordan Garza, she's awesome. Along with Ashley Wells, she's lightning. Golly, I remember watching her play softball, and she can get around the bases. Johnny knows that she can get around the bases so freaking fast. She's lightning on the softball field. So I can't imagine her on a soccer field, you know what I'm saying, where you can turn everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I think that's awesome, and plenty of room to stop. Her problem was always stopping. She's going so fast, it's always stopping.
We're still working on that.
That's funny.
Still working.
That is funny. But I think great group of girls, man. That is so solid. Gabriel?
Yeah, Coach, wasn't it Kaylin Whitten?
Yes.
I know that she's injured, Coach. Can you give us an update? When do you think she'll be ready to go, and we'll be seeing her on the soccer field?
The goal is the first district game. She should be ready to go by the first district game. She has her next doctor's appointment in 2 months. That's what I was told. She is kind of cleared for contact right now. She can go 1v1. She has her brace now. She's getting comfortable with it. Right now we're focused on getting her back in shape and getting her back with the ball and touches, and getting her confidence back. Because right now it's a little low, but she's going to get it up with more of us keep doing reps and everything. So that's the goal. So whenever the first district game happens, she's ready to roll.
And Coach, that district is, when exactly is it? When's our first district game? Because I'm looking at the actual schedule. Yeah, your preseason schedule, you got some tough teams.
Yeah, I did schedule some tough.
And Coach, well, when is the first district game?
It's February 4th.
Okay, wow, so she's got some time. That'd be good. She's a big part of this team, I know, and I know you can't wait to have her back on that field.
Hey, I'd have to apologize. What is it that Wynn has? What injury?
she tore her ACL she tore her ACL in the last 10 minutes of it was the play-in game against Beeville.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
and from my understanding, we were winning. So it's like an injury that could have been avoided, but it wasn't. So that sucks. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, the goal is that she'll be back. I mean, that's why I said I'm not settling for co-districting. We're just going to win it all. We're not going in for a playing game. We're just going to win it all.
I love it. I
And,
love it.
One of the things that we've had a lot of coaches, we've got Coach Seibert on, we've had Coach Robbins, we've had female Coach Robbins, Coach Jeffries, we've had them all in. You know, here when one of our teams is ranked, I mean, we tell the world we're ranked, man. Our softball girls were #1. I was telling everybody, man. People wanted me to show. I was just telling everybody. That's what we do on the podcast, right? We get excited, and we're going to put it on the social media pages. But for the coaches, you know, they basically kind of play it down. You know, it's just a number. You know, their job is to keep focus on the players. And hey, look, it's great that we're ranked, but you know, I've been told as quick as it's there, it can be taken away. So it's great that it's there, but I know coaches don't focus a lot. That's for us, the fans out here, to be able to talk and be proud. And so I know that, like you said, you got a tough preseason game that, you know, like I said, when it's all said and done for your district, we might not have, or we might have that ranking still. But what you're looking at, I think, from what I can understand, is it's not how we start, it's how we finish. And not coaches here do that. You know, our preseason was tough and we lost, and we didn't have a good record getting into the playoffs. But those teams prepared us, and we go 3 rounds into a playoff. So you're right, the way that you're setting it up, it's to prepare us for the playoffs. You know, it's not have a good record and out and won. It's you know, whatever happens, but we're going to go deep into the playoffs. So it's very excited. We're excited about soccer. I think it's a sport that's growing here in Rockport. There's some support. You know, I played it back, man, in the early 90s, 80s, I think, you know, I was a kid here in Rockport.
That might as well be the Stone Age, bro.
Yeah, well, not quite. I said early 80s, right? You know, 70s, 60s, but and it was big then and it's big now. So it's great, Coach, and we're glad to have you here. Definitely the Pirates Cove is going to be supporting you. And we're going to keep an eye. We're going to be talking a lot about our girls here this year. We didn't get to do it a lot last year. We caught it toward the very end. And by the time I got into a little bit of what was going on, we were already hitting the playoffs. So we didn't get much on it. So we wanted to get a good start this year to bring you in and then continue to. And we post things up. You know, we put a poll up for people to vote as the games come on, and just keep everybody in tune. So if you can give us any stats, I don't want you to go out of your way, but any stats that we can get. We ask all the coaches, man, to give us scores, whatever it is, saves, whatever, so that we can post that. And what we do is we take those notes and we talk about every Wednesday we have the Pirates Cove. So we break down basketball, whatever sport we're playing at that time. And we talk about players that stand out. You know, we talk about injuries. We definitely talk about our victories. And we even have to talk about our losses. Not something we like to do, but, you know, it's part of the game. So we take the good, you know, with the bad as well. But if anything you could give us, that'd be great, so we can post it on social media pages and absolutely talk about it on Wednesday on the Pirates Cove. So, Coach, thank you very much. I'm going to pass it one more time over to the guys, see if they have anything else that they want to ask you before we call it a night and let you go. Z-Man, any questions you got for Coach?
I don't have any more questions, but I like the enthusiasm about, you know, bringing home that solo district title, you know. So, hey, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Like Gabriel said, we caught the very end of the soccer season. You know, it was like we had a parent question us about, you know, if we would cover something like that, and so we were a little late to the show, you know. But hey, it's I'm glad that we're getting to the beginning of this, and I'm happy to hear we're number 8 in the state already. So good luck, and hey, let's bring home that title.
Yes, thank you.
Coach
Yeah.
Steve?
Yeah, thanks again, Coach, for coming on. I'm excited about our soccer season, man. I'm excited about your roster. I think you got a true complete up and down the line, some great girls. and we're gonna be checking you guys out, man. We're gonna be out there rooting for you. And I'd like our make a public appeal, man, to all of Rockport. Come out and support this group of girls. You know what I'm saying? I know it's tough to pack the stands. You hardly see a packed stands in a soccer game, but we really need to rally behind these girls. They're ranked 8th in the state. And I urge you guys to come out and support them and be a part of this awesome season, inaugural season for Coach Fourier. And sky's the limits from here, man. I love the youth and enthusiasm that you have. And I think we're going to, and hopefully we have you here for 20 years, Coach. I think you're ready for it, man. I think you're built for it. You're prime age, and let's just make an entire career out of this right here, Coach. What do you say?
Yeah, for sure. I love it. I mean, this year we have our first annual varsity tournament here. We have there will be concession stands here as well. So that will be new as well.
Well, awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks
Coach.
again, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you all for having me.
Mm-hmm.
And something that I graduated here in '92, and one of the things that we've seen in the last couple of years is coaches that we have here, they pretty much stay. Coach Seibert's, I don't know exactly. I know he's coming up on his 10 years, and it's been very successful having him here as a football coach and athletic director. But we've seen some of the other coaches, for the majority of them, they've been here with him for a long period of time. And I think that keeping the same coaches here, if it works out that way, right, it's also contributed to the success that we've seen. And for our girls, because we've been able to compete not just in football, but in basketball, volleyball, soccer, boys and girls, softball, baseball. We just had our first female win state in powerlifting. I mean, it's just been awesome. We've had her on. It's just been a great time to be a Pirate, and so the coaches, a lot, we talk about the players, but our coaches too, they don't get recognized for the job that they do. I mean, we're always contending for a district title, whether we're there or not, and getting into the playoffs, one or two rounds. So it's continuing. It sees our younger middle school and youth, wanting to get in and play. How good is our soccer team? These young girls that are seeing it, man, they can't wait to get up there and be a part of a winning tradition, winning team that we have here. So the coaches that we have done an awesome job of putting us in position to succeed. And I've been telling the guys here on the podcast, when it comes to our females, we've covered them. Like I said, Coach Steve here, he does our youth, man. We go down there and watch them. There's talent at that level in the middle school. Unbelievable. We can't wait till they came up. So we follow our youth down there all the way to the middle school to let the community know what we have this year and to get excited about what's coming in the next 2-3 years. So, Coach, we hope that you will stick around for the foreseeable future, and I wish you good luck. The Pirates Cove behind you 100%, and let's go get that district title and make a deep playoff run. Coach, I'll give you the last word before we let you go. Anything you want to add before we call it a night?
If you always just come out and support us against GP at Gregory Portland at 7:30, that would be nice. It's going to be a good game. They're ranked number 7. We're ranked number 8. They're just in the 5A. We're in the 4A. So.
Did you hear that, Johnny? And Coach, if you hear anybody yelling, the loudest voice.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the Z-Man, Johnny's what? No one can yell louder than him. You'll hear him.
And then there's not so many people in the stand, so everybody's gonna turn around and look, and they're gonna like, "That's Johnny. That's old crazy Johnny up there."
Yeah. Our first home game though will be December 17th against Ingleside. So that will be at 7:30. Varsity will play, and JV plays at 5:30.
Coach, let me just ask you real quick before I let you go. What's the scrimmage like? How much different is it from an actual regular game?
What is that?
How is it set up?
A scrimmage is so in UIL rules, you have to play a scrimmage, you have a date, you have to play a certain amount of scrimmages before you can play games. So at least in the soccer world. For us, a scrimmage, you get to decide how long you want the game to last, whether you want it to play the full 40-40, or if you want to shorten it. And then you can also add PKs into it at the end if you want to. It's kind of you and the other coach's discretion of it all. So you can
working on different aspects of the game. So hey, we want to look at our penalty kicks, so we get our goalie a look at that. Okay. In football, it's just so weird, right? They go X amount of plays on offense, X amount of plays on defense. But obviously in soccer, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so you pretty much play like a mini game.
Yes, against GP, we are actually going to play the full 40-40. We're going to go and we're going to play.
So, okay.
So it'll be a good game. A lot of the girls know a lot of the girls on GP, vice versa. A little bit talking smack's been going on GP side. So it will be a good game. So I think it'll be fun and interesting.
Well, a lot of the girls went to school there for a little time during the hurricane.
Yeah,
So
during Harvey.
That's real well with the GP girls.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, I'll tell you, Johnny Zavala doesn't have much love for the GP Wildcats. I mean, he just doesn't. he ain't shy to tell you.
They don't love him either.
I'm not a fan of the Wildcats.
Yeah, the love stops both ways. They don't love him. He don't
Neither
love
am I, Coach. You know, I got a lot of friends out there, but when it comes to competing with Portland, I'm not a fan, man. When we played against them, they pretty much kicked our butts most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. And so even if it's been a long time, I still don't like them very much as far as we're competing with them now. They're not playing against us and they're playing against another school. Definitely they're from around our area. But other than that, man, we want to beat them every chance we get. So the game is scheduled for this Friday, you said?
Yes, scheduled for this Friday.
At what time to start? 6?
6 is JV, 7:30 is varsity.
I think I'm gonna go out there, guys. Friday, I don't have anything to do, so I think I'm gonna go out there if you guys want to ride.
The basketball game's out of town, right?
I don't know. We'll have to talk about it.
The girls, I know their game is canceled from my understanding.
Well, there you go. Well, that decides it. We're going to watch soccer, baby.
Yeah, I'll have to check and see what's going on with our boys, but we're definitely, I know it's going to be a little difficult for us. We're not going to be able to make every games, but
Yeah.
try to get around to everybody. I know basketball season and soccer be kind of integrating, and so we'll figure it out. We'll get the schedule out. We'll definitely figure it out. But Coach, we definitely will be there to support you as we do our boys basketball and girls basketball. Also with the JV, we'll be also asking and bringing your coach on as well as the regular season gets underway midway or so we can talk about what's going on, and we'll keep a record of them as well. So Coach, thank you very much. We appreciate you spending some time with us, and we look forward to bringing you back and just be looking at our social media pages, and we'll post Friday what will be at the soccer game or at the basketball game. You'll definitely see us around throughout the season. Good luck on Friday. I know it's just a scrimmage, but number 8 against number 7, man, we want to get that win, even though it's a scrimmage. We want that win against the Gregory Portland Lady Cats. So, Coach, hopefully we'll see you there. Good luck this season, and we hope to have you back here real soon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good night, Coach.
Good night.
Uh-huh.
Night.
Are we logging off? No, we're not.
We will here in a minute.
Okay.
You know what, Steve and Johnny, I'm excited about soccer. I was, hey, man, what's going on? Her, man, I'm excited. I mean, the talent that we have, Steve. I know you know most of these girls, if not all of them. I know some of them, and just being ranked for coach. You know, it's not something she can really hang around. She knows it's there, but I got to concentrate and worry about getting my girls ready. But for us, it just gives us something to pump up the girls at number 8. Now that I know that GP's number 7 and we're number 8, man, I got to figure out how I'm going to get to soccer games and basketball games and so on. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but we got to figure it out. But I think this is going to be a good season. She talked about the seniors. Man, you know what? I didn't realize there's a lot of juniors. She's got a lot of kids still coming back. She has a lot this year, but she's got a lot coming back next year. So this can be a program that can be good for a few years here, man.
Well, and she also noted that, I mean, of the underclassmen she has on JV. So, and so they're just preparing for the next level as well. So, I mean, this year they have 2 freshmen playing varsity. You know, next year they may have 10 sophomores, you know what I'm saying? But playing at a high caliber, you know what I'm saying? She's setting up both squads to do great. Getting a junior varsity, a tournament here at home, that's exposure. It's playing against tougher teams, because when you do tournaments, you usually invite those tough teams, like she said. So, you know, she's doing a great job, not only setting up her varsity with a tough schedule, but fighting hard against whoever, probably the administration, to bring tournaments to Rockport or allow the JV to go away on tournaments. I think that's what she said. We're hosting a tournament, but that's going to be varsity. But she's she made it to where the JV is actually going to go out and play their first tournament ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's bringing something to the program. That's going to send a charge to the girls, and it's going to help them prepare for this year and the next when we're going to need those freshmen to come in. So I think that's awesome. She's doing a great job. Hey, I love her energy, Drew. You know what I'm saying? I love her energy and her honesty. You know what? Hey, you know what? I'm young and I'm coming in here and we're not settling for no damn Cove district champions. I love that.
You gotta bring that attitude, right?
How do you not love that? I think that's awesome.
Well, and you know what else, Steve? I think, guys, is that she's fairly new. I mean, she doesn't know the district very well. A lot of what she knows is what she's hearing. She's going to have to get a feel for it. I did look at the schedule. It is a tough schedule. There are not too many easy games. She's going up against some tough competition. But like she said, this is all about where I end up. It's not where we start, it's where we end. And so she started that off right off
but she touched on the district as far as, how the strength of the district, you know what I'm saying? That, okay, there's not much there, that we got Senton. I mean, she said Beeville, right? She said we got Beeville, but Beeville lost, a ton of upperclassmen, a ton of, she's doing a great job. She doesn't see, the challenge that the district's going to be. So, she went out and sought it out. So, I mean, shoot, that you got to take your hat off to somebody like that, somebody coming in fresh.
And boy, if Tony Pena was on, he'd love it because he's always talking about how he loves strength of schedule, right? And she just fit right into what he loves, which is strength of schedule. So, I think it's going to be exciting and definitely brings a lot of energy. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they've got, bringing her back on and it's going to be exciting. Hopefully we make a deep playoff when we're district champs again. And these girls did it last year as co-champs and they're all coming back this year. So barring any major injuries, man, we should be right there again in the thick of things this year. So it's going to be exciting. We're going to be very busy. Let's take about a 5-minute break, guys. I know that we're scheduled to bring in Jordan Malone and Michaela Molina should be coming on here in about 5 or 10 minutes. And we'll talk a little bit of basketball and what's going on there. So I'm excited about bringing them on as well. So let's take about a 5-minute break, then we'll jump back on, guys.
Hey, if you'll text Jordan just to remind her, I'll text MG.
All right.
All right. See you in a bit.